What better way to start a new year other than a what's in a bag video, even though I'm like kind of 2 or 3 weeks late. I really like the idea of seeing what I have now starting this new year, especially since last year I've made some very specific purchases in terms of what I need and what I want to achieve. I thought I had a lot more than what I really thought initially. Most of what I have is already out, I'm using at the moment, so let's just start with those. Currently, I'm still shooting with the A6500 that I'm using right now to record this video, and attached to that, the lens I'm using is the 18-105. I still prefer using this lens because the fact that it has autofocus, I don't have to worry about it too much, and the fact that it can go up to 18mm, which is what I'm using right now because I don't have a lot of space in this room. If you're familiar with the A6500, you know that it doesn't have an articulating screen. So what I'm using right now to monitor myself is a small HD 5-inch monitor. It's just basically connected to the camera using a mini HDMI cable. And for audio, I'm using the bhpho.to Pro. I don't exactly know for sure what the model is, but all of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about will be down in the description below if you want to check them out. That's mostly everything that really goes into my bag every day, especially if I'm out shooting. I do have a 5-inch light there as well, but I don't carry it often. I'm using it right now to be my background light to separate myself from the background. So let's get started with what's really in my bag, minus the fact that most of it is already gone because I'm using it. Actually, that's a lie. Let's start with what I have in the table at the moment. I used to carry a lot of these, or not a lot, but like I used to carry one of this in my bag all the time. It's just basically a Godox V860 flash. Since then I've bought another one, so one for the key light and one for separating the background if I'm out shooting for a professional headshot. So far I haven't had any clients, but that's another story for another time. To control those two flashes, I have the Godox X1. That's what I'm using to control those two flashes, and just the chargers itself, no big deal there. This is not all the batteries that I have, but I have two on the table. And long story short, this one was in the camera and it was already dying. This one I used to monitor myself and how I wanted to frame this shot, and by the time I finished setting up, it was already draining. So the fact that it drained, I had to change the battery. That's why I have two there, but I have one more in the bag and one being used in the camera right now. So in total, I have 4. But actually, there's another one that bulged up on me, so I can't use it anymore. I tried it one night and then the camera doesn't want to turn on. And then when I tried taking it out, it just doesn't want to slip out. Normally, it just slips out right away. This one was stuck in there. I had to pry it out. So I might need a couple more soon. I have a pouch here that I don't really carry anymore. I have it in case I need to bring some other stuff that won't fit in the bag anymore, so that's that. And to my right here, I have the DJI Ronin SC, and attached to that is just like a small rig handle. I bought this initially right after when I got the camera. I really needed this for real estate shooting for video, so that's why I have it. And since then I've maybe used it less than 10 times since I've been shooting with Maple Filipino. And if you don't know what Maple Filipino is, it's another channel that me and my friends started. Link will be down in the description as well. But in terms of how I carry this, I don't really bring the case just because it's too bulky and I feel like it's too much just for this. I just slip it down to the laptop pouch here on my bag, and that seems to be great. It hasn't damaged it, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's that. So let's actually start with what's in the bag. why don't we just start with the meat itself? What really goes inside the actual big compartment here? So I have one space here. Hopefully you can see that. I have one space here. This is where the mic goes that is attached currently to the camera. And another space here where the light normally goes. That's lighting me up from the background. It goes here, and beside it it's just a small HD, just because it's flat. It doesn't really require a lot of space. And this space right here is where I keep my batteries. I have two of these NPF 770 batteries. One right now is powering up the small HD, and I have the, I believe the 750, don't quote me on that, but like a smaller version of this powering up that light right there. And this is the original battery that is for the A6500, like I said. And this carrying pouch right here contains the wireless lavalier mic that I bought. It's the Boya BY-WM4 Pro. This is the first lavalier mic that I bought, and I really thought this would improve the videos that we were making at bhpho. But when we first tried it out, we had a lot of issues. So what I did, so that I can still use this microphone, I bought the Deity VMic Pro, because you can actually attach another microphone to this Deity VMic Pro, and you can actually split them up in post so that you can control the channels. I haven't tried that too much. Actually, I haven't tried it at all, but it is what it is. In the future, I need it just in case. And moving on, I have two cases here. One case is for the ND filter that I bought from, hopefully it says here. Yes, it does. So I bought it from KNF Concept variable ND filter. It goes from ND2 to ND400, and it's an 82mm filter thread. Reason for that, even though most of my lens is not 82, I just bought step down rings. Is it step down rings or step up rings? I'm pretty sure I made a mistake of what to buy, so I had to return the first one and bought the correct one. But this basically is just an adapter to all the lenses that I have, so I can use it on any lens. It's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. And the second case is just a polarizer that I bought specifically for my real estate lens, the 12mm lens, which we'll talk about later. I specifically bought it for that because I needed it at that time, because I was actually trying to be better in real estate, but I haven't had any clients yet, so that's another story. And in the same compartment, I have the newer macro extension tubes. This is from 10mm to 16mm. Most of these small stuff that I bought is like experimental. I've tried it maybe a couple of times. I'm not really sold on it, but if in a pinch that I do need like a macro shot, then I try it out. I try to play around more with it. So and moving on to the next compartment, I have a GoPro Hero 5 Black Edition, I believe. I used it when we had a trip in the Philippines, and I haven't really used it since then. I'm not very comfortable of using it. I feel like I can never get the settings correctly, so I just haven't really used it too much. I probably should practice. I just don't like how it comes out, and I don't know how to fix it in post, so that's that. And I just have a spare battery here. So I don't know how long the video is already, but I only really have two other things in my bag now. I kind of saved the best for last, or not really the last, because I haven't done the small stuff, which I'm not really going to go through later. So what I have here in my hands is basically the Rokinon 12mm lens full manual. So everything is manual focus, manual aperture. So I only really use it for real estate because I don't find that the ease of use being there. So when I'm like running and gunning, I don't really use it too much. So the next lens that I have is the 30mm Sigma 1.4. This would be the lens that I would say the first prime lens that I bought in terms of ease of use with autofocus and being able to control the settings through the body itself, or the camera body itself. So on these side pouches I have here, I carry the strap for the camera. I don't really have it attached, and I don't really have anything besides the grip itself that holds it down in case for emergency. If I kind of lose my grip, it's all gone. So I need to find a solution for that, but for now I just carry it in case I know that I'm not in the best spot, that I might lose my grip, even though you can't really foresee that. And on the other side of the pouch I have the protection in case it rains. You can wrap this around the bag and it's supposedly be more rainproof or waterproof, so it doesn't go to all of your equipment right away. And on the small pouch, or the front pouch I would say, this is where I keep my chargers, like these. I also have, actually here, I took it out earlier, I forgot to put it back. I have my memory card holder and all other small stuff that I need, like tools, another mounting bracket for the small HD monitor, small brackets, cleaning equipment, and batteries, AAA batteries. This is specifically for the flash, so I just have it in my bag. It's really small, it doesn't really bother me. And I would say that's pretty much it. If you're new to the channel and you don't know me personally, I'm trying to get into the real estate photography and as well as professional photography. Actually, you could say that I'm trying to get into commercial shooting, like with commercial ads as well. So that's what my goals are. Hopefully you guys like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and peace. Keep safe.